Hi, welcome to a full body muscle activation session. Now, muscle activation as a word is going to, it's basically addressing how you can compress a specific muscle so it works better or it fires up better. So, we are going to move on to learn how to do a complete full body activation, which starts with our shoulder, how we are going to activate our shoulders, moving on to our pectorals, and then our back muscles, which is our lower back muscles and your upper back muscles, and we'll move on to how to activate your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, and most importantly your core. Now make sure you engage your core through all of these movements that you're doing. So any of these movements that we're practicing, right from our shoulder down till our foot, it is going to work with engagement of your core. So you're keeping your core tight and breathing while performing these workouts. So when we activate our core muscles towards the end, it would already be half done. So let's work on it. How to activate your shoulder muscles is to start with inchworms. Inchworms are specific movements where you use your hands down on the floor to walk in front. So I'm going to show one rep of inchworm here. You're going to have your hands on top, extend and come down to ground. So some people, you might not be able to reach till the ground over here. It's completely fine. You're going to bend your knees and reach down. Now if you can, you're going to reach your arms down and walk in front. Take small steps and make sure you don't end up here. I want you to keep your hands straight down from the shoulder as you end it on a high plank position. Now, if you really can't walk all the way in front, it's completely fine even if you just get till here. You can just walk till here and walk back. Or if you can reach till here, stay here, retract your shoulder blades completely and walk back. This is going to work on your shoulder muscles. To activate your shoulder muscles better, that is going to work on complete stability of your body as you walk in front with your engagement of your core as well. So, if this seems a little easier for you to work on, you're going to continue walking in front without moving your foot out. So walk as much as possible in front without moving your foot out. Moving on to the next activation that I want you to work on is going to be around hip plank itself. You could even add it in between your shoulder activation, which is going to be just another shoulder activation where you keep your foot a little more wider and start with shoulder taps. I wouldn't suggest this movement for anybody who is starting for the first time. Start with inchworms, get stronger on your shoulder, and then move on to shoulder taps, where you're going to be on a high plank and tap your shoulders. And make sure you don't do this. Do not move your body. It's going to be just your arms which is released and touching your shoulder. Now, moving on to your pec or your chest activation, you're going to use push-ups for it. So, either straight, flat out 45-degree push-ups, or drop your knees down from here. Make sure neck till your knee is going to be one line when you're in this posture. Do not be here. Do not be here. It's going to be one line, and drop your body straight down. Push yourself up. Now, if you find this difficult as well, what you can do is slowly drop your hips down, drop your abdomen down, and then your chest down to push yourself back the same way. And lift your knee. So these are different regressions of push-ups that you can practice for activation. Now, moving on to your back muscles, which is your traps, your lats, and your lower back muscles, what you're going to be doing is something called as a WY. So you're going to be down on the ground, extend your arms out, your thumb will face up, make a fist, your forehead down on the mat. You're going to pull your hands up completely to pull your elbow back and tighten your traps completely here. Get maximum contraction of muscles of the back and extend it back. This workout is called WYs. Now to make it a little more, say on the difficult side, what you can do is you can practice it with Supermans. These are Superman workouts. This can be separated. So, you can work on these separately from WYs as complete back compression workouts, or you can add it with WYs by lifting up on a Superman, pulling your arms back for complete contraction of your muscles, and extending it and dropping it. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So these can be workouts that you work on activation of your back muscles. Now moving on to your glute muscles. What you're going to be doing is basically lying down flat on the mat with your knees bent and foot firm on the ground. You're going to remember to tuck your tailbone in and squeeze your glutes in and lift your hips up for a hip thrust. So these are glute bridges where you're going to make a complete flat glute from your knee till the shoulder with complete compression on your glutes, not your lower back. So if you go directly on top, you might get all the compression on your lower back. What I want you to do is lift your glutes off the ground an inch or two, tuck your tailbone in, squeeze your glutes in, and then drive your glutes on top and down. You can perform this about 10 to 15 repetitions to start with. While you activate your glutes, you are parallelly activating your core as well. So make sure you're engaging your core and breathing continuously. Moving on to your hamstrings activation and your quads activation. What you're going to be doing is go on a gorilla squats, where you're going to sit down on a full squat if comfortable. Otherwise, wherever it's comfortable for you, you can sit there, and you're going to ideally hold your hands inward like this, crossing under your toe and pushing your chest out, keeping your spine straight. This is the initial posture to start with. From here, you are going to, at the bottom position, you will look in front. From here, you will push your hip, drive your hip all the way up and look back. Hips down, look in front, chest up, spine straight, hips up, look back, legs straight and long. So this is a complete gorilla squats, which you can even do a regression of. If you can't sit straight in this posture, you can choose to stay here, hold your arms on your legs and do the same. Make sure wherever your arms are when you start, make sure the arms stay there itself. Do not move your hands as you stand up. So this is going to be an activation for your hamstrings and a complete posterior chain. And we can move on to a full deep squat or wherever it's comfortable for your quads activation. To end with a full body activation, always end with your abdomen specifically, where you're going to use a plank. It could be a high plank if you find low planks pretty difficult, but ideally this is the posture I want you to be in. Round your back, tuck your tailbone and hold the plank. If you find this difficult, you can choose to go on a high plank. So these are full body activations, highly used to prevent injuries while working on heavier weights on your weight training sessions. You'll be doing these movements or specific movements for the body parts you'll be training on the same day. Now, just as activations itself, after your conditioning session works as an amazing workout if you don't really have in hand any equipment. So practice these activations even if you work out heavy or if you don't. Just to start with your workout journey, your muscle activations will be a super important part. Thank you.